It is January 21st, 2024. I'm out here today on a Sunday drive with the pup, Rory. And we are cruising in a van that I haven't showed you guys yet. We picked this van up a few months ago. Actually, maybe close to a year ago. Time flies. I do remember going out and doing some drift busting in this thing last winter, but I haven't really driven it regularly because the headlights have been out. So I did finally get it in the shop the other day and traced down a bad ground on the headlights. Got the headlights sorted. Also changed out the cluster and a few other little things, but for the most part it's exactly the way we picked it up. These are the wheels and tires that were on it. I mean, it's pretty much as stock as it gets. This is a 1987. Our other Syncro is an 86. It came out of the same dealership as our 86. So they are 1 year apart and both came out of the same dealership in Idaho Falls. I am having a blast driving this thing. Like, they drive so nice when they're bone stock like this. This van had 300, it's 298 on the odometer when we picked it up. It was the original owner that we got it from. The guy had bought it for his wife as her daily driver, and she drove it pretty much up until just a few years ago. It was driven daily until her health kind of prohibited her from driving it, and so it's kind of been sitting in a garage up in Ashton, Idaho. That's where we picked it up. It's a little, you can see the body. I mean, it's straight. There's no dents, any major dents anyway. Doesn't look like it's been in any collision, but it needs a complete paint. I mean, the clear coat's peeling. It's got seam rust. Some of the seam rust is pretty good too. That's some pretty good seam rust. We're gonna have to dig into that and address some of those issues. Some seam rust there. This bumper has been kind of just tapped real lightly. There was a little dent here. Yep, little dent there. It's all pretty minor stuff. Long wall, pretty rusty down low on the rocker. Just, again, seam rust, barnacles. Bad thing is like, man, trying to get in and dig that out, it's so tough to stop that and keep it from coming back. Anyway, that's going to be the biggest hurdle on this bus, is just it needs a complete paint. That's just kind of where we're at on it. I think these tires are just they're a 205 7014. First thing I plan to do with this is wheels and tires. I actually found a set of stock 14-inch aluminum wheels, and I think I'm gonna go with just 27 850 R14s. Obviously a bigger tire than what it came with, but it'll be kind of a sweet spot between, the original tires and big ridiculous tires like what we have on the 86. That's really I love the look of the big tires on my 86, but it just kills the power. It kills the top end speed. So we're gonna go with the 27s on this one, and just no lift. Just keep it stock height and just not get too carried away with, big wheels and tires. Probably do some tint, just little stuff, nothing too carried away. Keep it semi-stock. It does pop out of fourth gear, so that's kind of a bummer. That's a transaxle rebuild on a Syncro's, probably close to $4,000 all day long. Luckily, I do have a good used low mileage Syncro trans at the shop, so we'll probably pop that in for now. Maybe do a decoupler at the same time. I do like having the decoupler. Interior wise, it's a little dirty. Like I say, I did kind of use it last year for the dog van, taking dogs for a ride. Speedo doesn't work. Fire it up here for you. I got everything up here working except for the speedo and the odometer. I do need to get a button for the rear window defrost. Seats are in good shape. Do have needs a headrest on the driver's seat. I think I have one in a van in the back. I busted the mirror playing soccer with Rory. That was my fault. It's a pretty good little runner. The engine needs a detail. It's pretty dirty. Needs fuel lines. There's no leaks yet, but I was looking at them and the clamps and stuff are just old and crusty. So it definitely needs, that's going to be, I think I've got a fuel line kit from Go Westy sitting on the shelf at the shop. Probably just come in here and do a little bit of cleanup. Probably go through, look cooling lines over, just all the stuff that you get to do on a, you know, a van that's been sitting for a while. But really, for the most part, I mean, it's a pretty good little runner right now. I actually need to run to Boise this week to drop off some parts, and that's where the wheels are, is at a friend's shop in Boise. I'm thinking about taking it. Thinking about taking it on kind of a maiden voyage. We'll see. Could happen. Might not. Who knows? Anyways, I'm getting into the rambling portion of this video. Probably can go ahead and cut it short. Just figured I'd share with you a van we haven't showed you guys before. I do have a few other things at the shop that just haven't done any videos on. A couple of two-wheeled projects that we're working on. And a couple other four-wheeled projects that we're working on. So I will try to do an update on those as well. But just figured before January was over, I'd jump on here and wish you guys a Happy New Year. Quick update too. Some of you know this already if you follow, maybe if you follow some of our other social media, but I actually took about a 3-month unscheduled vacation last year, Labor Day weekend. I tore my Achilles at a little get together in Oregon called Descend on Bend. Luckily I was in my Land Cruiser, so I had an automatic. It was my left leg. And drove home, got to the hospital. It was a full rupture. They scheduled me for surgery 3-4 days later. And yeah, it's been pretty brutal. First 2 months was really brutal. And back, I'm walking again without crutches, got the boot off. Just taking it nice and slow and nice and easy. I got some help at the shop. My right-hand man, Oakley's been helping me out, so it's helping me keep things going there. And yeah, hopefully he's been bugging me to put up more YouTube videos. And so hopefully with his help, maybe we'll slam some YouTube videos together and get you guys updated on some of the other projects we're working on. But just wanted to introduce you to this one. 1987 Syncro tin top. So far, I'm enjoying this thing. It's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing some work on it and hopefully bring you guys along for the ride. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you supporting the channel, and we will catch you guys later.